Can you define communication?
It's a way of expressing my views.
Communication is a must, I feel.
Communication is important to express our views.
Define attitude.
It is a reflection of a person's behavior.
If you want to be successful in life, you should always develop positive attitude. Morning class, how are you all this morning?
Fine.
Okay, today we are here to discuss about communication attitudes. So how do you think you can define communication? Can you define communication for me?
It's a way of expressing my views.
Okay, can any one of you define communication?
It is a type of interaction between two people or a group of people to convey their concrete thoughts, not just simple thoughts, so that they can make the meaning out of it.
Okay, that's
regarding some matter or some specific matter.
Okay, that's well defined. What are we doing here today?
We are also communicating here.
We are also communicating here. One to many. Here the communication is one to many. Communication can be better defined as sender sending a message to the receiver, receiver receiving the message the sender's way but not the receiver's way. Okay? If he is not receiving the sender's way, then it is called as communication gap. There is a gap between what I have sent and what he received. That sort of a communication is not called as effective communication. Having defined communication, I would like to ask you a question. How important is communication in today's world?
Communication is a must, I feel, because without communication we don't know anything about the different cultures and the worldwide network, whatever is going on in the world. So communication is very compulsory in one's life.
Okay. Can you answer how important is communication?
Communication is important to express our views and to understand the people well.
Okay. The role of communication in today's job market?
Because it is most useful, madam.
So it is very important according to you?
Yes.
Okay. Communication is very, very, very important in today's scenario. If you take today's scenario, it's a key word. Everyone, or you can call it as a trump card, you know. Wherever you go, you find people talking about communication. Whether if you have good communication, yes, we'll take you. If your communication is not good, then we don't need you. So what exactly are they talking about? Are they just talking about what English you speak?
No, it is not just the language, but how clearly you express.
Okay.
Pronunciation and also the clarity of their tone, expression, everything. So I think all these come under communication.
Okay, all those things come under communication.
The softness also matters.
Okay.
How softly you speak with persons.
Okay.
This thing, from my view, it also matters.
Okay.
And how better we understood by the other people.
Okay.
And how intelligible we are.
Okay.
Is also matters, I think.
Okay. So communication does not mean that you just speak in English. Speaking in English cannot be defined as communication. Communication has many aspects to it. Like non-verbal communication also matters. What is non-verbal communication?
Body language.
Body language. Can we separate verbal and non-verbal communication?
No, ma'am.
Can we? No. We can't separate verbal and non-verbal communication. Not only body language, even your attitude, how you're presenting the topic, how you are talking about that particular topic, how you are able to think, how creative you are able to think about that particular topic, and what sort of a clarity you have in presenting your ideas in front of a person, and what sort of a language you are using, flowery language, simple English, and how well he understood, understanding the other person's competence and going down to his level. You can't expect him to come to your level to understand what you are saying. Understanding the other person's level and going down to his level and conveying the message so that he can clearly understand what you are trying to say. Okay? So communication has many things to it. like you can say pronunciation, you can say body language, you can say your tonality, you can say anything. All these things come under communication. But today we are here to discuss about attitudes. Can anyone define attitude to me?
Yes. If seen at a superficial level, then it is a reflection of a person's behavior.
Okay.
And at a deeper level, the reflection of inner consciousness.
Okay, that's well defined.
It may have both the positive and negative sides.
Okay. Anytime you heard about a person having a neutral attitude? Because a person may have a negative attitude towards a particular point or a positive or attitude towards a particular point. Can you describe this glass to me?
It's half full.
Okay, this is half full. Can you describe this glass to me?
It's half empty, ma'am.
It's half empty. Okay, she said it's half full and he said it's half empty. What exactly is the difference between these two statements? Can any one of you explain to me?
She said that it is half full. She is very positive in her attitude.
Okay.
I can say that she is an optimistic person.
Very good. She said that it's half full, so she's very positive in her thinking, and she's saying that the glass is half full. And can you describe his statement?
He seems to be pessimistic about it.
Okay, he seems to be pessimistic about it, and he's saying only the glass is half empty. Okay, he's saying the same glass, same water, two different perceptions. One is negative, one is positive. So attitude is very, very, very important. It is, as he said, it is the inner reflection. It is reflected in the way you're speaking it out, and it is coming in the form of words. In communication, if you are positive, your words and the way you express that particular statement, it will be very, very positive. If you are negative, it will be negative. The fundamental psychology of attitude. Attitude is a key concept in psychology. Attitudes are positive or negative views of an attitude object, that is, a person, behavior or event. People can also be ambivalent towards a target, meaning that they simultaneously possess a positive and a negative attitude. It was proposed by Isaac Asimov in psychology. The theory of planned behavior is a theory about the link between attitudes and behavior. The theory of planned behavior holds that human action is guided by three kinds of considerations. Number one, behavioral beliefs. Number two, normative beliefs. Number three, control beliefs. Beliefs about the likely outcomes of the behavior and the evaluations of these outcomes are called as behavioral beliefs. Beliefs about the normative expectations of others and motivation to comply with these expectations are called as normative beliefs. Beliefs about the presence of factors that may facilitate or impede performance of the behavior and the perceived power of these factors are called as control beliefs. In their respective aggregates, behavioral beliefs produce a favorable or unfavorable attitude towards the behavior. Normative beliefs result in perceived social pressure or subjective norm, and control beliefs give rise to perceived behavioral control. The meaning of attitude is a feeling or opinion about something or someone. The meaning for desire is a strong feeling that you want something. If your attitude is positive, it will lead to positive desire and the outcome will be positive. I'll give you a word, impossible. Do you all believe in that word, impossible? If you work hard or if you work smart, you can say anyway, everything is possible. Okay, and then people say that things are, I can't do, it's impossible. Okay, the same word impossible can be made possible by just putting one small apostrophe between I and am. And you can make it as I am possible. Okay? Nothing is impossible to me. I am possible. Okay, the same way, the same word with two different meanings. The word meaning changes. Okay, the same way attitudes, like if you are wearing, let's say, red glasses and you are looking through the red glasses. How will, I am wearing red glasses, I am looking at you. So how will you all look like? Red color. Red color. Okay. So if I am wearing a negative attitude and looking at you, so how will the world look to me? Negative. It will look negative. The whole world looks negative. Okay. The same way, the problem is not at all the problem, but the way we look at the problem is the problem. Let's take this. We all know about A, B alphabet, E, F, G, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay? You'll be wondering, what am I doing? Am I teaching you alphabet? No, I'm not teaching you alphabet. Here we are going to assign values. Okay? A is equal to 1. B is equal to 2. C is equal to 3. And so on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, why did we do this exercise? If you take the word attitude, A-T-T-I-T-U-D-E. Okay? If you take the word attitude and put these numbers here, like A is equal to 1 plus, T is 20 plus, 20 plus, I is 9 plus, U is 21 plus, D is 4 plus, E is equal to 5 is equal to 100. If you want to be successful in life, you should always develop positive attitudes. If you develop positive attitudes, then you will get 100% success. No doubt about it. But if you have negative attitude, your success rate will go down. A research was conducted and then they asked all the employees just one English word which will help you succeed in your life. So it was a survey conducted and many of them came up with one single English word, attitude. It is our attitude which is taking us up in our life, rise up in our life. We may have knowledge, we may have skills, but it is our attitude which is taking us up in our life. They gave 85% to attitude and 15% to knowledge and skills. That's a survey conducted and the result of the survey is this. Suppose let's say a triangle, skills, knowledge, attitude is equal to success. If you want to succeed, you have to have skills, knowledge at base level, attitude, peak. With the help of this foundation, you will go up in life and it will, the help of the attitude will desire to perform. You have the desire to perform, the skill and knowledge will help you. With your positive attitude will go up, you will all go up in life. Now let's come to one more example. What do you see there?
Balloons.
Balloons, you see? I'll give you a small story. Once a balloon seller, he was selling balloons in a particular street. His everyday activity is that he'll go into that particular street, he will sell balloons. All the kids will go to him, buy balloons and they'll go. He had wonderful colors like, green, orange, red, yellow, pink, white, black, all colors. You name it, he had it. Okay, so all kids, they used to buy balloons. One small kid, quite observant, and every day when the balloon fellow comes, he'll stand there and he'll see what colors kids are buying, and every day his activity is that, observing. And then one fine day he went and asked the balloon seller, Uncle, can you tell me why no one is buying the black color? Okay, I think that balloon doesn't fly. That is the reason no one is buying the black color balloon. Then the balloon seller told him, no my son, it's not that because it doesn't fly. It's not because of the color the balloon flies. The color can be red, pink, black, yellow, white, anything. The balloon will still fly. But it is the gas inside, the hydrogen gas inside, which will take the balloon up in the air. Likewise, we should also have positive attitude so that we can go up in our life. It is our positive attitude which helps us to go up in our life. It's not the color. It's not the color, or it's not I'm fair, you're black, I'm handsome, you're beautiful. It's not that. It is your desire to perform. It is your passion to perform will help you to go up in life. Okay, the same thing, the same desire, the same passion will also reflect in your communication. If you have a desire, everything what you speak will have enthusiasm in it. But if you don't have that desire, everything what you say will have, it will be very bland. There won't be any enthusiasm, there won't be any energy in what you're trying to express. One more story, many of us will be knowing about this particular story, David and Goliath. You heard this particular story? Yes. It's from Bible. David, a shepherd boy, Goliath, a giant living in a village. Its only duty is every day morning to go and bully all the kids in the village. And kids were really scared of this giant, and they used to run the minute the giant appears. One fine day, this shepherd boy, David, visits his brothers in this particular village. And when he goes over there, he's surprised to see that villagers are really scared of this giant. And he will one day ask the villagers, why are you so scared of that particular giant? Why can't you fight him? Then the villagers are surprised. They say, are you mad? Can we fight him? Can't you see how big he is? He is so big that we can't hit him. He's too big to hit. That's what they told him. And then immediately David replied, sorry my friends, he's not too big to hit. He's too big to miss. Okay, and the rest became history. He took a stone and he tied a rope to it, and he used it as a sling, and he killed the giant, and the giant died. The same giant, two different perceptions. One optimistic, the other one pessimistic. One said that he's too big to miss, the other said that he's too big to hit. Okay, one very positive, one very negative. So it is how you look at it is very important. If you look at it in a positive angle, everything will seem wonderful to you. But if you look at it in a negative angle, everything will be, you'll try to only find the faults with it first, than seeing the merits. You will go from the other way around, anti-clockwise, finding the demerits and then coming to the merits, than finding the merits and then accepting the demerits. So always view any problem or any opportunity in an optimistic way, then life will be wonderful. Okay, now gone through the examples. Can any one of you give me one personality who had very positive outlook? Great personalities.
Vivekananda.
Okay, he had a very positive outlook.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. All of them, they never had anything. One man army. If you take Mahatma Gandhi, he started as a one man, but he created something called as history. Okay? And if you take Mother Teresa, she didn't even have 1 rupee when she started social service. But today, she grew her mission, or we can't say she is not a single person. Her mission grew leaps and bounds, and they're doing so much of social service that we can't even think of, like in different angles. I can give one more example. Ever heard of Abraham Lincoln?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what sort of a personality is he? Positive? Negative?
Of course,
Positive, of
positive.
course, positive.
In one of the poems, "O Captain, My Captain," we see that how Abraham Lincoln anchored his whole citizen to victory. That is all because of his positive attitude towards life.
Yes. Abraham Lincoln, he kept on failing in his life. He failed in anything what he did, as a lawyer, as a storekeeper, many things. He entered into different political races. He failed there. He kept on failing, but he never gave up on his positive attitude towards life. He thought like, yes, I can do it. And ultimately he proved that he can do it, and he did it. This is what is called as can-do attitude. Okay? You can do it. And he definitely did it, and he became, at the age of 52, he became President of the United States. At the age of 52, after failing. He kept on failing till then. He never succeeded in anything what he did throughout his life, till then. And then he became President at the age of 52. Those failures helped him to overcome the major crisis in his tenure, the Civil War. The Civil War, he could successfully come out of it because of all those experiences in his life. So, attitudes are formed based on triple E's. What are those triple E's? One is education, experiences in life, and environment. It is based on triple E's. Suppose you go to a city today, okay, and the minute you land in that particular city, the auto driver cheats you, okay, and a person who's guiding you cheats you. Everyone's cheating you. What would be the attitude towards that particular city? Positive?
Obviously negative.
Negative. Okay, next time when you go to the same city, what will happen?
We'll have that negative effect in our mind.
In our mind, and we'll be guarded. We will not trust anyone. So how is that? It is the experience which taught you how to behave with a particular person. Okay, and the environment. A marginal performer will become a good performer in a healthy environment. In a positive environment, he will grow. But suppose if the environment is negative, a good performer, what will happen to him? His productivity will go down. The same thing in a positive environment, he will perform excellent. A marginal performer, we are not talking about a good performer, but in the negative environment, a good performer will go down in his productivity. So environment influences a person's attitude very much. And then comes the education. Education, we are not talking about the formal education or the degrees what we get here. Yes, that's also part of education, formal and informal education. And education should teach you not only how to make a livelihood, but also how to live in your life. This sort of experience you can gain only when you have both formal and informal education. So these are the three factors which influence in forming attitudes. A person's attitude is formed based on all this. Okay, so let us go to one more interesting story. Partially deaf Tommy, a small boy called Tommy, he came back from school with a note in his pocket. There was a note in his pocket. He came back from school and the note read like this: "Your Tommy is stupid. Take him out of the school. We don't want him in school." The note read like that. The mother read that particular note and she said, "My Tommy is not stupid. Okay, I will teach my Tommy myself." Okay, and that particular Tommy had only 3 months of formal schooling. He never went to school again. Only 3 months of formal schooling he had. Can you name the great personality? Thomas Alva Edison. He grew up to become Thomas Alva Edison. He is such a person, his determination, we just can't express in words. He invented electric bulb, all of us know about it, and he failed 10,000 times before inventing electric bulb. In life, if we fail once, we are depressed. If we fail twice, we give up on it. We never try again. But this great personality failed 10,000 times in life to invent one electric bulb, but he never gave up and he discovered something called as electric bulb, and today we have electric bulb because of this great personality's determination. His positive outlook. He never gave up. He never developed a negative outlook towards life, saying that, okay, I didn't get it first time, let me try it second time. Okay, this time also I didn't get it, I give up. Okay, he never did that. He kept on trying throughout his life. The same Thomas Alva Edison, at the age of 67, his factory exploded, and you should really say hats off to his attitude. He said, good, it went up in smoke. You know, all my mistakes are burnt into ashes. I can start afresh in life now. That is a person's attitude. He had such a positive attitude, he never gave up even at the age of 67. I can give you a few more examples about this. Helen Keller, heard about her? Helen Keller, who is she?
She's a blind author.
She's a blind author and she wrote many books. She's a renowned writer in Braille. Her language is Braille, and she is blind, deaf and dumb. Okay, she can't speak, she can't see, she can't hear. But she went on to make history, and she is the inspiration behind Lions Club. Someone went and asked her, how is it like not having eyesight? She said, it's fine, I don't have eyesight, it's fine. But you see, there are lakhs and lakhs of people outside there, they do have eyesight and they don't have any vision. Okay, having eyesight and no vision is like having no eyesight only. That's what she wanted to say. She's one great personality. Anytime heard of Malati Holla? She is a person, a polio stricken, and she's bound to wheelchair, and she has won so many medals, and she's an Arjuna Award winner in discus throw and table tennis she plays, and she has won n number of medals. But that polio never stopped her anything. Like, she had quite a positive attitude about life, and she started playing games, and she could prove that she is good at it. And discus throw, it needs so much of energy. Imagine a polio stricken lady sitting in a wheelchair and throwing that particular disc. It's not easy, and she has proved that yes, she can do it. That is one example. And when it comes to Dr. Sharad Kumar Dikshit, anytime you heard about this great personality, he is a doctor, and he met with a car accident, and then he was paralyzed waist down, and he was recovering, and he thought, I should not waste my time. So he went and did a course in cosmetic surgery. Okay, like you know what is cosmetic surgery? They correct all the deformed parts of a human. Okay, and any burnt, they take skin from somewhere else and they patch it up and all that stuff. That is cosmetic surgery. He did that, and after doing that, he had a massive heart attack. After that, he had his vocal cords removed due to some serious problem in his throat. Okay, his vocal cords are removed, and then again he had to undergo bypass surgery. Okay, after that, right now his heart works only 18% efficiency. Our heart works 100%, or let's say 90%. And that particular person sits in his wheelchair, and so far he has performed 60,000 plus surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, free of cost. He'll never charge even 1 rupee from anyone. He had and he has positive attitude. That's the only reason he is able to survive with so many problems, and he is able to do service to the mankind with just positive attitude that I should live, I should help many who need me. That's the only attitude which is keeping him alive as on today. So attitude is like fuel. You know, you add more, you get more energy in life. So always add the right fuel. If you add the wrong fuel, the engine will stop. Wrong fuel is your negative attitude and right fuel is your positive attitude. Class, any discussion you would like to ask me, any questions regarding attitude?
Is there any differences between attitude and desire?
Desire is more like a dream. Okay? Attitude is something like how you perceive things. Any more? Okay then, thank you. Can you define communication for me?
It's a way of expressing my views.
Okay.
It is a type of